So sequence of returns, right? I asked you guys that. None of you said you're familiar with it. So we have a scenario here. Again, think about accumulation years, distribution years. So here we have the accumulation years. 10-year average return, scenario 1. Scenario 2, same average returns. Start with 100,000. The difference in these scenarios is scenario A, you have 2 large losses early, right? You see the negative 30 and the negative 20, year 1 and 2. You can see the balance go from 100K to 56, right? We talked about money being logical and emotional. This chart is logical. In my experience, 80-90% of the time in this scenario, there's going to be some emotional dynamics going in for investor A. Well, I thought, investing in my future was a good thing. This was 100,000 2 years ago. Now it's 56. Should I have done this? Was this a good decision? All those things, we understand why, right? So are they going to stay that course? In my experience, quite often the answer is too often is no, right? So this is assuming they stay that course, and you can see they end up at 154, right? So 10% rates of return in years 3 through 8, big gains in years 9 and 10, right? Now we have scenario 2. Now we have the big gains early. So now those year 9 and 10 returns happen right away, right? Years 3 through 8 are the same. And so you could see this investor is thrilled with their decisions, right? Especially in the early years. Wow, this was great. Look at that, 5 years, right? But they end up at the same place, right? You guys notice that? So we're in agreement, right? Distribution years, same 100,000, same returns, right? So now sometimes we call this Mr. Lucky, Mr. Unlucky, Mrs. Lucky, right? So on the left side, you retire, right? And this is not just fantasy, right? Think about this. Somebody retires on the left side, this is 2008, and they retire, right? This is fall of 2018, right? This could be 2000, whatever, right? We go through time, and markets do these things, right? So if you happen to retire and start taking money out, and you have those large losses early, and you're taking withdrawals because you need that for your retirement income, it's like this avalanche effect. The losses compound, there's less money in the account. So even when you do get positive returns in the overall market, there's not enough money in the account to actually make it meaningful to support the withdrawals. You guys see that? Does that make sense? Scenario 2, we have the big gains early. Still taking that same income, but now there's plenty of growth to support that withdrawal in years 3 through 8. So you could see all we did was we added a consistent withdrawal along the way. And you could see the difference in the net result. After year 10, the person on the left has less than 40,000. The person on the right still has more than they started with. I would say it's going to be your story in retirement. Everyone says, that'll be me on the right there, right? We hope. Unfortunately, if you don't have a good plan, I'm concerned that too many people are going to be on the left. But now you have awareness. You understand? And this is why Thank you for watching. I hope you found the information helpful. If you'd like to talk about potentially having me as your advisor, use the link below or visit our website to request a no-cost, no-obligation conversation.